So this is my test class. Okay, let me run it and then we'll see. It will run on Chrome incognito mode. Correct. First test case, second test case, it should open the hotels page. Yeah. Third test case, it should open that gift card, right? Um, so test run perfectly. See, it's a test. I mean, it's a test report. Okay, the test cases are like this. Check hotels option. I mean, it's a method, right? Test methods. Hotels page navigation test and navigate to gift card test. Okay, these are all tests, and I can see it's all green, but I cannot share this report to the client, right? So for that we need a detailed report. So that report we have created. So see how we have created the report. So this is for 2024 10/02. So this is for today, correct? If you open it, see, this is how our report is looks like. Okay, so this is my test case. Check hotels page, and here which action I am performing is element present and displayed. Okay, and successfully double clicked or some I mean that log message is incorrect. I mean I have entered wrong incorrect log message, but I'll rectify it, no problem. It's a common thing I have copy pasted, I think. So if you see this hotels page navigation, it is taking that, click on element hotels, this is the element, right? Element information, successfully clicked on this element. Okay, and then again this is element present. I think we were searching for uh, this particular thing, right? Header, I mean that header text we are checking. So it's successful. Okay, nothing is failed. And again for the next, navigate to gift card test. This is how it took screenshot, right? So according to your requirement, right, you can also change the reports, right? You can again add a column with pass or fail, right? That is also possible. If you are if you want to pass some text, like test case is passed, right, or some green color tick mark, that is also possible. So I think this is self-explanatory report. I mean, it's okay for now. What do you think? So it is, the information is is element present and displayed. This is actually the that method, whichever method is running na in the web action, that action will come here. That method name will come here. It is checking if some element is present and displayed. So which element? This element. Okay, this element. And for this also, click on element. Which element? This element. Like that. You can tweak your report anyway. You can add one more column with pass or fail things, right? If the test cases are passed. So this is how average report looks like. I mean, I wanted all with all the details. A basic report I prepared. Basic report means it's not basic. That not that basic. It's holding a good amount of information. Uh, but you can again add more information in it. I'll suggest to add some more information, right, in your what do you say, when you will do something in your project, but basics are same. Okay. Any question? Hmm. I mean, what is that? XPath, how it is related to XPath? Hmm. 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 This is report. This is nothing related with XPath. This is the file we created. Oh. Hmm. Okay. See, for a page, you have certain web elements, right? You know web elements? See, um, hotels page, I mean hotels option. Is an web element, okay? Add-on is an web element. So whatever elements you are you are seeing on the screen is web element, right? So for this page, okay, we will list down all the web elements or required web elements in a separate class. ठीक है, separate class. So I am calling it as home page. I am calling it as home page. Okay, I am calling it this page as home page. So here I required two web elements, hotels and gift card link, correct? So how we are finding the web element? So what is the conventional way of finding the web element? Driver dot find element by XPath, correct? So that is using XPath. That also you can use here. but but there is, I mean, Selenium is providing another way to find the element, okay, a shorter way to find the element. What is that? Using page factory. यूजिंग पेज फैक्ट्री. पेज फैक्ट्री में क्या होता है? यूजिंग एट द रेट फाइंड बाई एनोटेशन, you can find, or you can or what I say, you can find any web element. Okay, they're like at the rate find by XPath. I am mentioning this. Okay, suppose instead of XPath you want to use some ID, you want to use CSS. Okay, everything is possible, just like we did in that by class, right? By.xpath, by.css, by.id. So if you see, if you write id, id is possible, then class name is also possible, only name also possible. See, you can see it in drop down, right? Suppose you want to use XPath, XPath is obviously possible. So these kind of attributes you can use here also at the rate find by. So just instead of using at the rate driver dot find element by XPath, so whole line we are doing what? We are doing this at the rate find by. Then what is the method to finding that web element? XPath. Anyway, in our case it's XPath, but if you can also use other attributes also, like ID, class name, anything. Okay, and you are finding, just declaring the web element as hotels. Okay, hotels. Are
बोलायचंच तर लिहायचं नाही. वार्षिक उत्सव की तस्वीरें. वार्षिक उत्सव की तस्वीरें. वार्षिक उत्सव.
sorry, लाइट चली गई. तो गर्मी. My screen is visible, right? Yes. So this is how, this is another method to find out the web element. Okay. Driver.find element is one. This is another one you can use, right? Now then it's the same, right? It's the same thing, just we have written the navigation method. Just let me open the window. Just a minute. It's very hot. I mean, just a load shedding happened. Pune is famous load shedding. Okay. तो अभी बोलो क्या प्रॉब्लम है. Hmm. Correct. We are not doing anything regarding reporting in this class. Okay, and we will not do anything here. We are implementing the report in this class, web actions class. Okay, web actions class. See, it's a report manager log action. Actual action we are logging here, right? We are logging here. So any method you will use, you don't need to you no need to mention any log statement, or you don't need to call this report manager log action, nothing. Okay, so directly you can use these methods so that the screenshot and logs will automatically be created in the report. Okay. Web actions and reports. And here in the test class I have just initiated that report, like in the before class, right? It could be before suit also. If you are running it suit level, if you have multiple classes, then you can also use before suit. Okay, before suit. So this I mean, before class, before suit, these are just initialization of the report. एक फाइल में जो स्ट्रक्चर होता है, देखो अच्छे से समझो. सपोज दिस इज माई HTML डॉक्यूमेंट, एंड HTML किसने लिखा? हम लोगों ने लिखे, राइट? Check the HTML code here. The same thing we have written. So first thing, HTML head body. Huh? Now, skeleton of the report. See. Hmm. That we are handling anyway, I told, right? That is getting handled in the web actions class. These two lines, only these two lines will suffice. You have to write these two lines. And now this log message will be different. Suppose you are clicking, then it is successfully clicked on something. Suppose you are hovering on something, right? Then it will be what? It should be successfully hovered on the element. Correct. Okay, and the action, right? This, if you see this report, there is an action. There is an action. So which action we are performing? We are checking is element present and displayed. So this is, I am taking as this method name. Okay, this method name. Suppose enter text, click on element. So this method name will pass. I mean, this is my theory. I mean, this is my creation. I can do anything, right? So you can change your report according to your requirement. Correct. According to your requirement, you can change, but the basic code will be same. Basic code means this reporting class. Suppose here you want to create another where it is report manager. Suppose this is the key class, right? So in the log action, not log action, in start test. Okay, so start test, which all headers we are taking, or which are columns, is the action column, screenshot column, and test logs column. You can also put another column called test status, that will provide pass or fail. You can also provide another column which will display the overall, test duration. If you are calculating, anyway, if you are calculating that overall test duration you can put, or you can put anywhere without using, I mean without using column, you can put at the start of the test, so what is the duration, right? So that it will become more professional or more acceptable. Right. Understood. Base 64, we are encoding, we have discussed, right? क्या हूँ? See, base 64 image is a string. We are taking it in the encode file. This we are using this method. Okay. What is that? Encoding means what I told. Encoding means first we have to go to the binary level. Then we have to encode to the HTML level. Otherwise, it will not come to HTML, right? Base 64 is the standard. Base 64 is the encoding standard which will convert that binary file or image file to the HTML level. ओके, तो कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है ना, डायरेक्टली आस्क क्वेश्चन, दिस नो हार्म ऑन दिस. Okay, so this is the code to encode the file, okay, in the HTML level. Okay, now I got this in the string level. I mean, as a string I got this image. स्ट्रिंग का एक इमेज, आई मीन एक इमेज का एक स्ट्रिंग वर्जन होता है, राइट? जैसे अ गुड एग्जाम्पल वुड बी QR कोड. व्हाट इज QR कोड? QR कोड हैज़ इट्स ओन स्ट्रिंग, राइट? एक इनबिल्ट स्ट्रिंग है, उसको हम लोग एक इमेज में कन्वर्ट किया है, राइट? द सेम थिंग इज हैपनिंग हियर. एक स्ट्रिंग है जो कि इमेज में कन्वर्ट करके हम लोग HTML में शो कर रहे हैं, ठीक है? उस स्ट्रिंग को, दैट स्ट्रिंग वी नीड टू एम्बेड इन आवर report. So here, okay, this is the log action. Here actually the report, right? This log action will create the single row. So this is created by the one log action. Okay, log action method. Next thing, this is created by another log action method. This is again log action method, right? So what is this, what it is doing? It is it is in the first column it is entering the action name. Next column it is entering the base 64 image. In the third column it is entering the element, web element, which web element it is acting on, correct? The same thing it is doing, right? So for this tier, okay, this is the tier means what I told. Tier means it's a row. एक वेब टेबल में टीयर मीन्स रो होता है, ओके? सो दिस इज आवर वेब टेबल, ओके? सो टीयर is a row. Then inside that tier we have td means column, okay? So in that column first we are appending or we are inserting action name, okay? We are inserting action name. Then now we are closing this td, okay? This td, again starting a new td and inserting the image, okay? Inserting the image, base 64 image string. And third is we are inserting the element, okay? Or log message with element, basically log message with element. So this is how we are preparing. And the same way, if you see the same way, the so this is heading, right? Test execution report is H1. Okay, then H2, then H2, then the table is getting started. This is the table. Okay, so in the T body, टेबल के अंदर टी बॉडी होता है. ओके, टी बॉडी, टेबल का बॉडी, टेबल देन टी बॉडी. ओके, सो टी बॉडी के अंदर होता है रोज, टी आर, दिस इज दिस आर ऑल टीयर, राइट. And if you see, the first tier contains this action screenshot test log. Okay, so these are all columns, heading column. First row is for heading column. From second row, this is the body, and this is getting created by log action. This is getting created by the log action. Make sense? ये रिपोर्ट खुद को क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा. हाँ, रिपोर्ट खुद को क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा प्रैक्टिस सेशन में. एंड आई वांट टू सी दैट रिपोर्ट. Okay, today I will give you the code. We will take class for Git. So we'll cover Git today, and before that we have one thing pending, that is testng.xml. Okay, testng.xml file. Testng.xml file is what I say, it's a kind of a controller, test controller, using which you can run the test. You can include or exclude the test. Suppose you have a number of tests and you want to exclude some tests, okay, from your current execution, then that can be done. Okay, next, what you can do, some parallel execution. We'll see how to do that parallel execution and all. Okay, so testng.xml is one of the key thing in the project. Okay, testng project. If you are using testng things, testng framework, then only it will be helpful. Okay, and testng is good framework. Okay, if you want to use testng, then it's good. So hey, go there. Yeah, sorry. Okay, let me create one file called testng.xml. Okay, testng.xml. So it's basically XML file, and it will we will put it in project location. We will put it in project location, right? So the testng.xml has a structure. Okay, has a structure. So what is the structure? We can easily find it from Google. Okay, don't worry about remembering all these things. So testng.xml sample file example, whatever. So let me go to this particular file. Okay. Okay, so this is one of the example of testing.xml. Let me uh, copy it. Okay, so it is starting with XML. Any XML file will start with XML tag. Then doc type is suit. Suit means it's a test suit, right? And which is a standard system standard is test.org system standard. Okay, so again, what is the level I discussed? We have discussed about the test levels, right? So this is a suit, then test, then class, then method, then I mean normal test methods, right? So the same way it is organized. So first is suit, right? Then test, then inside test there will be class. Okay, these are the classes. Huh? Just ignore these parameters for now. Okay, just ignore these parameters for now because this will be bit. So what are the classes you want to? So I already told you, right? You can have multiple classes, correct? You can have multiple classes. So first thing you have to put the suite name. Okay, then you have to put the test name. What is the test? Okay, what is the test you want to use? Test name means it's a test name, any test name, right? Some login test name or something like that. Then for that test, which all classes you have created? For us we have created only one class, so we'll mention the class name here. Okay, see, they are creating another test. Okay, so we'll not create the same way. So we have only this root test, then classes, and inside classes there would be methods. Okay, there would be methods, right? There would be methods. So let me you okay. मेथड लेवल में देखता हूँ मेरे पास है तो this is my documents. टेस्टिंग 0.xml हाँ है ना. Okay, so this is a suit name again, then it's a test name. Okay, and then the classes, which class you want to run. Also you can include some smoke test, right? Smoke test. Okay, so what is the smoke test? I have talked about the tags. So suppose you have in the test, if you want you can also tag it like um what is that? What was that? Taste equal to smoke. Uh, 5. I forgot the syntax. Let me find it out. This is for cucumber, right? I think it is group or groups, right? So here inside your test you can also use groups, and in groups suppose I want to create a smoke test, right? So there will be a smoke tag here. Also I want to use the same test in the regression phase, so regression will be the group. So these groups, suppose I don't want to run this test case as a smoke test, only regression test will provide here groups. So in the groups we will provide only regression. This is any string, okay, this is any string. These are the test types, that is why I am writing smoke regression. You can have unit test, you can have any test, any kind of test, any phase of testing you are doing, you can filter them. Okay, so again the last test will run only with smoke. Okay, smoke. So here uh, in the testng.xml, we will put in the groups. Okay, we'll put it in the groups and include name smoke groups, then run, then which method you want to run. It's smoke only which are tagged with smoke. Okay, only which are tagged with smoke. And what is the test class? In the classes we have to put the test class name. Okay, the test class name. So what is the test class here? Let me find out. The test class name is from here, com.automation.tests com.automation.tests, and then I think the test name is class name is spicejet tests, right? So this is the location, right? This is the whole location. Okay, this is the whole location. Okay, I think I have entered this in a wrong place. Just a minute. So testng.xml's place is little problematic here. I mean, it's wrong. I think wrong. Control X. Control V. So you have to put where the pom.xml is present. Okay, where the pom.xml is present. So let me see if it is running. Okay, so testng.xml is used to run the test from command line. Okay, so there is one build. I'll explain. Okay, so this is my testng.xml. That is fine, and here it's under my project. Let me close this file and let me open again. Open folder, documents, automation, my project, अंदर जाके open. So this is my project. Okay. So here it is test.ng.xml. We have we have kept that test.ng.xml inside this. Now go to pom.xml. We have to add one. Acha, already added it. Okay, fine. So this build, there are two sections. Okay, one is dependencies section. Okay, one is dependencies section. When this dependency section is ending, okay, then we have to start another new section called build. What is Maven, what is Gradle? It's a build automation tool, right? So it is not used only for downloading the dependencies, it is also used to run the build. Correct, to run the build. So to run the build we need one plugin. This is not dependency, just remember, this is plugin. Okay, inside build we'll put plugins. Okay, inside plugins we'll put Apache Maven Surefire plugin. Okay, Apache Maven Surefire plugin, right? And Apache Maven compiler plugin. Okay, now you can mention the version. Compiler plugin is used to compile the program. So in which, using which Java you want to compile the program? I have written here source is 17 and target is 17 because I am using Java 17. You are also using Java 17. Okay, so this is how we write the plugin section. Okay, we are using two plugins in the build section. One is Apache Maven compiler plugin and here Apache Surefire plugin. Okay, Apache Maven compiler plugin and Apache Maven Surefire plugin. Okay, and inside this Surefire plugin we can we can use these suite XML files. Which XML file I want to run, and when it is, this is only testng.xml, right? So the, I don't know when it is copied, testng.xml. So I am writing this XML file here. Why I am directly writing, I am not putting any slash or that file path, because by writing this file name directly inside this suite XML file, it is I'm meaning that, okay, I'm meaning that the testng.xml file will be in the project directory itself, not inside anything. Okay, not inside anything, it should be inside project directory itself. Okay, so what it will do, this Maven Surefire plugin will first find the testng.xml file and that testng.xml file will run. Okay, that testng.xml file will run. So if you use any other ID, right? Suppose Eclipse. So Eclipse has testng plugin for that. So you can directly right click on testng.xml and run it. Okay. Also here also you have the options run tests. Okay, if you run the test through a testng.xml, okay, no test found on the selected file or folder. Okay, com.automation test spicejet tests, right? Suite name my automation. Okay, anyway, let me check. And in the pom.xml we are mentioning this testng.xml. Yes. Okay, so how to run the test now? Through command line. The test should be run from command line like this, new terminal. Okay, so it is under my project, it is I mean, make sure that it is in the root folder, and then the command is mvn clean test. Mvn clean test, that's it. What is that? There are test failures. What is the failure? Please refer project surefire. क्या है? Build failure क्या है? Spice jet test check hotels page null pointer cannot invoke. Null pointer exception cannot invoke com. Null pointer cannot invoke com dot automation. What is that? Cannot invoke or not go to gift card page because this dot home page is null. This dot home page is null. Okay, this dot home page is null. That means it is targeting, I mean it is finding the tests, but only thing we are getting some null pointer exception. So null pointer exception is this dot home page is null. Okay, it's spice jet test java 51. Let me find where it is. This is test. Home page is displayed. Oh, okay. Because this before class before method is not getting executed, that is why it is sending me, I mean it is giving me null pointer exception, I guess. Let me check. Okay, let's see. See, the test is getting executed. Okay, so only smoke test will get execute. This is the one test. So it is build success. There are two tests it ran and the build is success, if you see. Correct? And if you observed, I have not also used the tag in the after method and the after class. That is why the report will not generate and the browser is not closed. Let me run again. See, this is one test, this is another test. Now it is build success. The same report we will get here inside my project, src test resources and reports. The latest one will take. So there are two tests because we have I mean we have only this test.ng.xml which is a smoke test, so let's rename this file as smoke test. Okay, let's rename this file as, where is rename as smoke tests.xml. All the smoke test will be running by this particular xml file. Okay, the same thing we can create copy and okay, so let me create another file with the same thing, right? This is copy and we will put paste. Okay, and we'll put here move, not replace. Okay, so let me rename this file first and then we'll put there. Okay, rename the file smoke test.xml. So it is a regression test. With this suite we will use the regression things, right? Regression test will write. So here, instead of smoke, in the regression test suite, instead of smoke we'll use regression tag. Okay, regression tag. Okay, the same class. In the pom.xml, if you uh, change it to regression tests, xml, okay, then you'll be able to run the regression tests. That means there will be two tests, I think, which are tagged with regression. So these two test cases are tagged with regression. Correct? Now suppose I want to, now this is clear why this XML files are needed, testng.xml files. Any question? हाँ हाँ, ये देखो ना, अच्छा pom.xml में. Okay, in the pom.xml we have to write the XML file where inside the Apache Maven's Surefire plugin. ठीक है? Test. These plugins are mandatory. There could be many things, but these plugins are mandatory. These plugins are used to run the test, build the test. Okay, build the. I mean, it is not only for the for your test class, right? I mean, even developers are also doing same thing. क्या होता है वो आपको ये मेवन टेस्ट को रन करने के लिए आपको कोई एक पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट चाहिए. कहाँ से रन करोगे? आइदर आप टेस्ट क्लास से रन करोगे या फिर यूजिंग testng.xml लाइक वी आर डूइंग हियर, राइट? दैट suite XML फील्ड में वो testng.xml आपको डालना पड़ेगा एंड दैट विल एक्चुअली रन दिस XML फाइल. क्या रन करना चाहते हो आप? एक क्लास रन करना चाहते हो, सपोज मेन मेथड रन करना चाहते हो, देन यू हैव टू पुट द मेन मेथड हियर. not in the suite XML, but in the configuration itself, you have to put the main class. Okay, main class. There is a tag called main class. So that class will run. Huh? Hmm. Main class should be present, but we are not using main class, right? We are running it through testng.xml. We are running the test through testng.xml. एक्चुअली आप ये testng.xml ही रन कर रहे हो. तो what you are doing is you are just right clicking on it and this run tests. Okay, there is no test found, it is saying, because I don't have that testng testng, what I say, testng plugin for it. Okay, testng has, it's not a JUnit, right? So by default VS Code supports JUnits. testng is not supported. Supported means it will not give you any error, but uh, same code, if you try to run using Eclipse, right? Old Eclipse. So Eclipse has provision to download and install testng plugin inside it. You can install, and after installing the testng.xml, okay, you can directly right click on testng.xml file and run the test. ओके, सो वो सेम थिंग कर रहा हूँ मैं पॉम डॉट एक्सएमएल के थ्रू, बिकॉज एट द टाइम ऑफ सी आई सी डी, आई मीन मुझे अल्टीमेटली ये कोड को लेके सी आई सी डी पाइपलाइन में डालना है. करेक्ट. जेनकिंस से रन करना है या बैम्बू से रन करना है. तो जेनकिंस बैम्बू में कैसे रन होता है? थ्रू कमेंट लाइन रन होता है. थ्रू कमेंट लाइन रन होता है. तो मुझे एक सिंगल पॉइंट चाहिए, एक कमेंट लाइन चाहिए जहाँ पे मैं यूजिंग विच वी कैन use that. Correct, we can use that. So to enable this command line thing, we are using this form.xml surefire plugin. Surefire plugin builds the uh, code basically. Now build, when I am saying build, right? So when you are putting the build thing, build is what? Build is running your application code and running your test code also is called building. Okay, it's not only building, not only the application building, it's running your code, application code, as well as running your test. That is called building. So surefire plugin is used to build the project. Any confusion? Okay, fine. Just a minute. Oh. Now, what is pending? Parallel testing is very important. I want to test, or I want to invoke all the tests at a time parallelly. So how to do that? See, suppose this is regression test. I want all the regression tests to invoke parallelly. So we'll go to this suite level. Okay, we'll go to this suite level. Then we'll put another tag called parallel, not tag actually, attribute called parallel parallel equal to uh, which way you want to execute parallelly is the test methods, right? Test methods. So we have to put here the methods. Okay, methods spelling is correct, right? Methods. Now, how many tests are there in our case? How many tests are there? We have how many tests? We have no two नहीं, 1 2 3 टेस्ट. ओके, तो मुझे 3 टेस्ट एक साथ रन करना है. तो थ्रेड काउंट मीन्स इट्स काइंड ऑफ at a time this thread will get executed. Okay, so thread count equal to, let's say, 3. Okay, thread count equal to 3, and if I save it and run it, what is that? There is some issue. There are test failures. Test.ng suite.xml path is regression parser exception. That means this thread count, I think something is thread count parallel कुछ स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक है क्या? कुछ स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक लग रहा है क्या? हाँ, पैरेलल में मेथड्स डालना पड़ता है क्योंकि हमें टेस्ट मेथड को पैरेलली रन करना है. You can also do, if you have multiple classes, you can also invoke multiple classes. Okay, using parallel classes instead of methods, it will be classes. Okay. thread thread count is 3. It is saying it is unable to parse this HTML XML document. That means there is a problem with this particular XML document. Okay, there's a problem with this XML document. Okay. ग्रुप्स को अगर मैं कमेंट आउट करता हूँ, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? ambient clean test. There is something. See, it's a suite debug test engine.xml sx parse exception. पार्स नहीं कर पा रहे, मतलब XML में ही कुछ प्रॉब्लम मैंने क्रिएट किया है. ओके, XML में ही कुछ प्रॉब्लम मैंने क्रिएट किया है. व्हाट इज़ दैट प्रॉब्लम? this is my acha parallel, and this is my thread count, but that doesn't matter, right? Z is test. एसोसिएटेड ये देखो ना अच्छा एट्रीब्यूट थ्रेड काउंट open quote is expected open quote is expected it should be I think that 3 should अच्छा 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 हाँ ये जो नंबर है ना ये एज ए स्ट्रिंग हमें पास करना पड़ेगा सॉरी ये सेल्फ एक्सप्लेनेटरी है मैं देखा ही नहीं है चीज़ ओके फाइन ये देखो अभी मैं इसको रन करूँगा ठीक है मेवन क्लीन टेस्ट it will parallelly invoke all the C. There are two instances are getting created. First is completed, second will be there. Hmm? Got it? क्या हो गया something is problematic here just a minute क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है let's say this is 2 and here see parallelly 2 instance got created can you see but second test is not executing I don't know why it's hanging in the parallel way I don't know what is the problem in this parallel is not invoking I mean invoking is good but parallel thing I mean the next test case the test case 2 is not getting executed somehow it's not throwing error also okay what could be the problem man It could be due to the reporting thing, right? Reporting thing means reporting, our reporting is not synchronized, that is why that the reporting class is getting this is called, this particular situation is called deadlock. This particular situation will be called deadlock. So क्या था issue, क्या है अभी issue is virtual authentication is hotels page navigation 56 timeout exception. Okay, timeout exception. But why timeout exception? Because of deadlock situation. Okay, because of deadlock situation only. This is the only case. So deadlock situation क्या होता है? Suppose we are accessing the single uh, data source or single class without proper synchronization, then it will be a deadlock situation. Suppose here in this particular case, uh, we are creating a report, right? We are creating a report, but that report is getting, that tests are getting parallelly, it is getting executed, correct? So what it will do, it will create the HTML file, okay, and then there will be a clash between first test case and second test case. Okay, there will be a clash between first test case and second test case. So who will put their result first? Okay, will put their result first. So that is why this deadlock situation is happening. Okay. That is, it's okay. We can do one thing, we can synchronize the tests. Synchronized means first test 1 will be executed, then test 2 will be executed, like that. Okay, so what can be done? Right. Synchronized method. What is the solution? Just think about it. What could be the solution? Possible solution. Just think about it. Prioritizing is, again, there is no meaning of then parallel execution, right? What could be other solution? Two reports, but or we can create the test methods as synchronized, right? Suppose we can put the test report as synchronized. So public void, where is the first test? This is my first test, right? So public void synchronized, sorry, public synchronized void void. So you learned, right, what is the drawback of parallel execution? It is an interview question, by the way. This is an interview question. This is very important interview question. What is deadlock situation? Okay, just note it down. What is deadlock situation? Now first test will execute, then next test is execute. That's it. So what we did, we are just putting it. I mean, we are just creating as synchronized class. Okay, sorry, not synchronized class, synchronized methods. Okay, just synchronized method we are creating. So it is executing. So what is the problem now? The problem is no such session exception. Maybe some other problem arised. Okay, so using WebDriver calling quit. Acha, got it. So all the methods we have to write as, this is my static, we don't need static, it's synchronized. This is synchronized. Okay, before method, after method, synchronized. Synchronized what? Let me check again. As it is synchronized, then parallel execution will not happen. One by one it will happen. Okay, one by one it will execute two tests. Now it is fine. Now it is fine. बट पैरेलल एग्जीक्यूशन में वो डेडलॉक सिचुएशन होता है जब भी हमें मतलब कोई कॉमन रिसोर्स को मतलब ये करना पड़ता है. ओके, एक्सेस करना पड़ता है, पूल. हाँ, करेक्ट. ठीक है, तो उसका बहुत है. मतलब सिंक्रोनाइज कर रहे हो, इफ़ यू आर सिंक्रोनाइजिंग इट, देन पैरेलल थिंग विल गॉन. ओके, पैरेलल थिंग विल गॉन. हाँ, नहीं, वो इसीलिए सिंक्रोनाइजेशन की ज़रूरत है. बट जैसे ही सिंक्रोनाइज्ड, ऑल द मेथड्स आर सिंक्रोनाइज्ड, देन probably it will not I mean, it depends on if it is. Let me check. Okay, now it is parallelly executing. Execution is parallelly I mean, it is done parallel. Okay, parallel execution is successful. But next thing, right, that quitting the browser is giving me a problem. ये जैसे ये अटक गया, राइट, अगेन डेडलॉक सिचुएशन क्रिएट हुआ है इसका, क्योंकि वो बिफोर मेथड आफ्टर मेथड. नहीं नहीं, वो होता नहीं है. नहीं नहीं नहीं, वेटिंग वैसे वेटिंग इसीलिए सिंक्रोनाइजेशन है ना, इसीलिए सिंक्रोनाइज्ड थिंग इज देयर. इसलिए दिस सिंक्रोनाइज्ड थिंग is there. Now if you go to reports, see this is for अलग अलग report generate होना चाहिए, right? So this is for first thing, and then again it closed. Okay, it's a drawback of parallel execution, by the way. Only this second second test got executed. See, there are two tests ran parallelly. So test 1, test 2 has got this thing. Okay, like this you will get. Or we can also use synchronization in the report itself. Okay, in the report manager itself, है ना? We will think that is not very important thing, but I mean you yourself try. Okay, so how to test these test cases parallelly and create a single file, correct? So that you just try, otherwise I'll do it anyway. Okay, so these all things we can use as a part of testng.xml. testng.xml. So this is how we create this parallel execution. Okay, we can also pass some test data. Okay, we can also pass some test data from testng.xml file. There is a tag called data provider. Just a minute. हाँ, कहाँ पे था मैं? भूल गया. क्या पढ़ा रहा था? Anyone? What was I talking about? Data provider, right? Data provider, correct? Yes. We can also provide some data through testng.xml as well as code. Okay, देखो कैसे करते हैं देख लो. So suppose this is my test. Okay, so there would be inside test there would be one annotation or one tag called parameter, right? Inside parameter, suppose name equal to any username. Okay, username, and username's value equal to, let's say, user1. Okay, user1. Then we will close it. Same way we can use these at the rate parameters. Let's say password. Let's say this is my password and value is pass 1. Correct? Value is pass 1. So these parameters can be accessed in the code also. Okay, these parameters can be accessed in the code also. Though this is not very, this is not a very efficient way to use. Okay, anyway, user data we should not use in the code or any file. User data means username, password. These are all sensitive data, right? So all these things should be used from command line. Okay, we'll see how to use it through command line. Okay, so अब अगर ये इधर टेस्ट मेथड में जाओगे, if you go to test method, then here suppose in the first test, right, in the first test there is another annotation called parameters. Okay, so in parameters you have to put which all parameters you have used. Suppose this is my username, we used username and password, right? The name, password, username and password. So this username and password can be used in the in this section. So if we do like this, let's say sysout username oh sorry ये argument में we have to put string username, same name by the way, okay, same name, username and string password. Okay, so if you put username and password here, password, then you will be able to fetch the actual value what we have created here. Okay, let's say not here, let's do it in the smoke test. Okay, let's do it in the smoke test level, because there is this kind of clean. Okay, in pom.xml we'll run smoke tests. Smoke tests.xml. If you run the application is not responding, but you should get that. देखो, see, you are getting the message username user1 and password1 pass1. See, that means whatever data you will provide through parameters tag here in the XML file, that can be accessed using what? Parameters annotation. You have to put the same thing in the username and password. I mean that same name here, like we have entered, right? Username and password, this name, parameter name. So parameter name we have to put in the test class also, and the same name should be in the argument of that particular method, so that we can directly fetch the value of this username and password from testng.xml. This is one way we can use the test data in testng. Okay, any confusion? Clear, right? Okay, the same way without using these parameters, right? We can also create a, let's say, data provider method. Okay, data provider method would be like, we have created this before class after after method, right? There is another annotation called data provider annotation. So data provider, at the rate data provider, inside the data provider we have to put, suppose, name equal to um, suppose user data. Okay, name equal to user data, right? Now public, now we have to create an array. Okay, you have to create an array. Array means two-dimensional array, not one. Array of objects, so that I can I can pass any kind of values. So object, this is two-dimensional array. Okay, that means which are having rows and columns. We only learned about one dimensional array, right? That is linear array. So we will have also like list of list. Same this two-dimensional array. We learned about list of list, right? When we are talking about some database connectivity. The same way we can use a array of array means a two-dimensional array. Okay. So let's say the method name is provide data. Okay, provide data, then we have to return what? Return, we have to return new object. Now we have to put the data here. We have to put the data here. कैसे डेटा? जस्ट की वैल्यू पेयर में हम लोग डेटा देंगे, राइट? सो सपोज दिस इज माई यूज़र 1, and for that we have one password. Okay, so this will be one candidate. This will be one candidate. This will be one candidate. The next candidate would be comma user 2 password 2. The next candidate could be, let's say, user 3 password 3, correct? And so on and so on. And here we'll put this. Okay, so suppose this user 1 password 1 is a dummy test data I am putting, but you can put some other test data, right? Not username password, because username password is sensitive. You can put any other common data things, right? If you don't want to use that JSON file and all. But this is not recommended. I don't recommend these methods at all. Inside code there should be no test data. Inside code there should be no test data. Okay, but it's good to have. I mean, no, good to know basically. Okay, You just know it for interview purpose or for knowledge purpose, then we'll use the what we have created so far. And in the test, suppose here in the test, this is my test. In the test we can also use one uh, tag, just like we use groups, right? We can also use a data provider. Okay, we can also use a data provider. Sorry, data provider equal to data provider equal to, which is the what is the thing here? It's user data, right? User data. So you can put here user data. Okay, user data. Just a bit, not here. We'll put in the next test data provider. We are deleting the groups. क्या हुआ? Oh, अभी comma. Okay, the same thing we will do here. um, let's say string username and string password. So automatically this particular test will execute thrice, because I have three data set, right? I have three data set. Let's check. So for which test I have entered it? It is for hotels page navigation, right? Now if I just sys out user name then password, क्या okay, P capital password, then the test should run with this data. How many times? It should be thrice. That particular method should execute thrice. क्या प्रॉब्लम हुआ? एक तो प्रॉब्लम हुआ, यूज़र नेम इज रिक्वायर्ड एंड द टेस्ट मेथड. See the same test case getting executed thrice, correct? Can you see? this user 3 password 3, user 2 password 2, user 1 password 1, right? It got executed thrice. And here what is the problem? Parameter user name is required on the test. So it is giving me error because this particular thing is managed from testng.xml, okay, and this parameters is not accessing that testng.xml. So that is why it is giving me problem. But if we run using that, right, using the terminal, then it will be mvn clean test. If you run, it should not give me the problem. So build is success. Okay, fine. So build is success. If you see that, okay, that is not under smoke test, right? That is not under smoke test. Fine. This is my smoke. Let me this way. Okay, and where the data is there, it's only regression. We can also put here smoke. So that particular test case will execute thrice. Okay, execute thrice because there are 3 test data. Automatically, you don't have to loop anything. It will automatically execute thrice. What happened? There are test failures, build failure. क्या failure है? Unable to find exact match for CDP. Returning the closed version. Selenium version. This. Okay. Unable to find exact match. क्या है ये? नहीं, ये तो नहीं प्रॉब्लम. प्रॉब्लम क्या है फिर? Cannot inject test annotation. कहाँ पे? चेक होटल्स ऑप्शन. यहाँ पे कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. This is smoke and regression. This is also smoke and regression. Right. This is also smoke and regression. Okay. Hotels navigation. This is one. Smoke and regression. parameter username is required. The test of it should be optional. Now next there will be 3 times execution. Same test case with a different test data. So build success. And if you see there are the third, I mean that method, right, which we have created for the data provider. Where is that? This one. This one executed thrice. This one executed thrice. That is why this username password 2, user 1 password, user 2 password 2, user 3 password 3 is printed. Right? Understood? Any confusion? Anyone is there in the call, or I am talking like a mad? कुछ कॉन्फ्यूजन है क्या? देखो रूपाली, करेक्ट, राइट. The test method, this is one way. Okay, this is one way. There could be many things, there could be many way. We will talk about it, don't complexify right now. We'll talk about it. And parallel execution has this limitation, by the way. Okay, parallel execution has this limitation, so we have to handle in the report way, I mean report thing. Okay, in the either we have to either we have to create a method of coagulating all the separate separate methods. I mean we have to append all the separate methods created, or we can use something else. I have not thought. It is yet to think about it. Okay, so this is a situation. Deadlock situation is very normal. Okay, very normal for the parallel execution or multi-threading, especially multi-threading. So that can happen, and TestNG does not provide any kind of thing for the deadlock situation. Okay, it's not automatically synchronized, by the way. It's not automatically synchronized. And if you talk about, if you get, I mean our report is okay, but TestNG itself create one report. Okay, TestNG itself creates one report. You will get in either Surefire plugin, Surefire reports, or where this emailable report HTML, index HTML, right? These are all HTML reports. Okay, inside target folder. See, if you go to the target folder, where is that? Target, right? Target is a so generated Surefire reports. If you go there, there are many reports which has been generated. uh, One is this emailable HTML report. If you open it, okay, if you open it, you will get this kind of report, which is pass, which is failed. These are all created by Surefire plugin and TestNG. This is for TestNG report only. So this can also be used. Next thing is, there is another report called TestNG result.xml. If you see, if you go there, it is in the XML version. Okay, just a minute. Open with. See, this kind of XML report you will get. Okay. Now, if you want to upload this XML report in your Git, okay, let's say Java, Git, not Git actually, Jira X-ray. There is a plugin called Jira X-ray. So there we can write some test cases and pass and fail those test cases accordingly. So there we have to upload these XML reports, and automatically, as per the result, those test cases will get passed or failed. Okay, so there are many reports it generates. I mean, automatically it generates. Suppose this index.html, another HTML file which will create another report, another kind of report. Okay, this is also created by TestNG. This is also created by TestNG. So it is saying smoke test.html में क्या क्या टेस्ट है, वन टेस्ट है, ग्रुप्स क्या क्या है, सो रिग्रेशन एंड स्मोक, एक समरी रिपोर्ट काइंड ऑफ थिंग देयर. Now times, what is the time it took in milliseconds, right, for each and every methods. Then suppose report output, there is nothing. Ignored method, chronological things. This is the chronological thing. Chronological means how it is executed. I mean, suit, then test, then classes, then methods, all these things. Chronology is listed down here. Okay, so there are multiple methods, multiple reports. The problem is with the report we have generated. Okay, and I am saying you try at your end how to mitigate this thing. You know what is synchronization, you have Java knowledge, you try to mitigate. I'll solve it anyway. I will solve it for you, but as a homework you take it. Okay, mostly I will give, do you have some time, more time, half an hour? The framework thing what I have created, I will share it through Git. Okay, through Git, and I will take the Git class. There is a concept of Git repo. Version controlling system we have to take. We have to know, right? So, should I continue today or tomorrow? That is my question. आज तो ऑफिस नहीं था, एग्जॉस्टेड. अच्छा, ठीक है, आज जितना भी हुआ समझ में आया ना.